Want to learn how to make this cool mushroom atrium? Watch to find out. Okay, let's see what kind of parts we need. First, we start with this LED light strip. The one I have is multicolor, but you really just need a white. Anything as long as you have 2 or 3 feet, you're fine. A 5-volt fan. I would suggest a USB plug fan. Unfortunately, this one I had wasn't. And then something to do your humidity. So a little ultrasonic humidifier is what I have here, 24 volt. As you see, I quickly realized that's not the right idea. And then the container. It's actually a dish rack off Temu. They make a larger size. I bought the small size. But yeah, you'll want to pick up one of those. I think it was $14 on Temu. First thing here, I'm going to test fit the lights, kind of see how they get in there. I'm trying to decide where I want to put them. Decide really quickly that it needs to go. It's only really one spot where they're going to go, on the inside. This strip has some sticky on the back of it, so I'm peeling off the blue. You can use that. Honestly, long term, I think that this isn't the right answer, but it worked for now. Quick injection here. If you like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I wasn't really thinking here. You can take off the top and actually do this. I started from the wrong side and then was like, oh no, wait, I want to be able to cut it. These strips cut really easy if you don't know. Maybe I'll post a video on that later about or you can search and find. You just cut it where the tabs are, and it's not a problem. They're meant to be cut like that. It's got a pigtail on it, so it makes it easy to hook up to the controller that I have, which the controller hooks up to Bluetooth, and that way I can control it from my phone. It's not really necessary. The cheapest white LED strip that you can get is probably going to work just fine. Mushrooms don't really need anything special. As you can see, I was struggling a bit trying to get this on the right line. It really didn't want to sit there. It just kept bouncing around and tried to keep pushing up towards the front, and so I had to constantly fight it. I probably could have saved a lot of trouble by just taking the lid off. Live and learn. Thinking about this light install now, I would actually only do the strip along the very top, put a longer pigtail on there, and just do one strip along the top and not worry about the curves at all. That was the largest problem. It really doesn't want to stick there. Just do a straight line across the top, not wrapping into the corners at all, and that will save you a lot of hassle. Maybe a little cable management if you want it in there with some twist ties or something like that. You could also use some hot glue to try and stick this in better. I'm going to wind up probably, if I continue going this way, printing some clips with my 3D printer, and that should hold the lights in, but for now this works. Here we are testing the lights. Again, I put in multicolor lights. You really don't need them. It's just what I had on hand. The purple gives it a nice little effect. And then here, looking at the fan, as I said, I don't have a USB fan on hand, so I happen to have a little computer fan that plugs in. I have a battery pack that holds 3 AAAs, and well, that worked well. So just making sure here that I have the direction of the fan. It's coming out towards the sticker is what I'm trying to say. And then we start mounting it up. Just need a quick little hole saw. Get one about the size of your fan. I think that mine was 1 inch here. As you can see, I'm figuring out exactly where I want it. The fan is a little bit of overkill. Nice to have. If you can get one with a adjustable speed, that might be nice. Just using the hole saw again, punching it through there. Sorry for the side shot. It was kind of hard to hold the camera and drill at the same time. I probably should have brought my mat outside. I taped it up to keep the marks a little bit, cleaner. I could run along this and deburr that and get it nice and clean. So here you see the hole drilled in. I also drilled in a hole down below with a large drill bit to pass the cables through. And now we're moving on to the humidifier. This is a new one I picked up. It freaking beat the heck out of the 24 volt I was in. It's got a back that's foam, and you just drop it in a cup of water and it will shoot up it'll pull the water through and just keep it running. The other one had to sit on the bottom, ran off 24 volts. Wasn't great. So here we go. Here's the whole thing assembled. Lights on, fan blowing. So this smaller size, this is a 5 pound Myco block inside. It's King Trumpet mushrooms. It fits in there. I don't know that you could really carry it to fruit. If they get taller, it would be a problem. So maybe a 3 pound block would fit better in this one, or go for the larger model. Again, there's many options you can buy off Temu. One thing I would say is I wouldn't do this again. This is overkill. It looks fancy if you want something really fancy to sit on your counter and run everything. There's a little tray under below that catches water. It works, but you could do so much. You could do this so much easier with just a mono tub, a little light strip, and a fan in there, and a little humidifier. I don't know. It looks cool. It looks beautiful. When people look at it, it's an impressive sight. So, if you want something for your kitchen counter, why not? This would be really great if you were growing a little bit of the other kind of mushrooms, maybe in like a little Tupperware dish or a little square pan that had 3 inches of maybe 2 inches of CVG in there, sitting on your counter. That'd actually be a pretty cool look. If you live in a state where it's legal, I don't, so I'm sticking with the stuff that keeps me out of jail and do this kind of stuff. But yeah, it was a fun project. Sorry it took me so long to get the video. Teased you a lot. Lots of trailers and stuff like that, but there's some holes at the top that you can see. It's going to move a lot of air, so I don't really even think the fan is necessary. It might almost be too much, and it definitely is too much in this situation where I don't have a speed control on it. But you got 3 USB plugs here. You just drop in whatever one you want. You're going to want the light for 12 hours a day, so probably put that on a timer switch. The fan you don't really need, and the humidifier, sure, maybe put that on another switch that it fires off once every couple hours for 5 minutes, because this little area, that thing will fog that up pretty good, and that little cup in there will last you the day or maybe 2, depending on how dry your area is. Thank you. Have a great day.